morning. I think we're getting started. Let me get the music shut off. And I hope I just didn't shut down the whole thing. No, I didn't. Good. Okay, well, welcome to this online workshop. I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun. I have a lot of stuff planned. We'll see how much hopefully I'll get through it all and get through it all in a convenient amount of time. What I do need people to do is, if you can hear me and if you can see me, oh, I better shut down my, sorry about that. I thought I had the volume down on my iPad here, but I didn't, so, and I don't know what I just did to it. So there we go. Okay, so anyway, if you can hear me or you can see me, go ahead and post up that you can. I would love that because I need to know that people are out there and people can hear me. We are going to go ahead and get started. So I guess in the comments section, you could just type in where you're from. And that would be awesome. I better shut down my phone too because I don't want that dinging while I'm here. Couple of things tonight. I can pick up comments off of YouTube and anything that you tag with the hashtag DDStamps. So if you hashtag something with DDStamps, then I will be able to pick it up on the actual, while I'm doing my workshop. Otherwise, if you're on my website, which is the DDStamps.com, or Google+, I think, well, maybe Google+. But anyway, so if you're on my website, write down in the comments, you can comment down there, but I won't be able to actually see them until this is over. So thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, now we're getting lots of people on. So go ahead in the bottom in the comments, wherever you are, if you're on Facebook or you're on the website, if there's a comment section in the bottom, go ahead and comment and tell me where you're from, and we will get started. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if somebody comments so that I know that you guys are hearing me. There we go. Yay, Nebraska's here. Red Lodge is here. Oh yeah, lots of comments. Cool. Okay. Then we'll get going. So at any time during the night, if you have a question, don't hesitate to comment. And I will keep tabs on it throughout the night. And if I miss your comment for some reason, just ask again, and I will make sure that I get it. So let me do a little screen share here. Pull up my screen share. Yay, it's working. That's always helpful. So very first tonight, I want to thank everybody. This is my husband and I took a trip to Washington, D.C. A few weeks ago. And it was thanks to Stampin' Up! That we got to go to D.C. And thanks to you, actually, for supporting me in my past year. So this was our trip. We had a fabulous time. My husband doesn't get out of town very often. He's a workaholic, and so he works constantly. And it was nice, and he thought it was fabulous. And the weather could not have been better. Those blue pictures of the blue sky, that's how it was the whole time that we were there. So it was very exciting for us to go. And Stampin' Up! Treated us very well. We stayed at a great place, and we had a fabulous tour of the monuments, and we got to see a lot of the Smithsonian's. And when we were down at the World War II Memorial, there was actually an honor flight down there. That's the picture down in the corner here with, these are all the honor flight guys. And oh boy, if that wasn't an emotional event, it's pretty incredible. So if you ever have the opportunity, I would recommend you go to Washington, D.C. There's a lot of history there, and it was a fabulous trip. So I'm glad to see lots of people are coming on. I see people from New York, Canada, Texas, North Dakota. It's awesome. New York, Minnesota. Yay, that's where my hometown is, Minnesota, Sharon. I actually grew up in Duluth. And of course we have Red Lodge right here in grand old Red Lodge. So that's fabulous. Let me figure out how to change my slides here. Oh, there we go. Just kidding. So again, like I said earlier, if you have questions, feel free to ask away. I would love you to ask lots of questions. That's why I like to be here, because I can answer. Oh, there goes my slides. Crazy. I can answer questions live, and it's awesome, so that you can ask them while we're all here. So, okay, we're going to go ahead with the first project, and this is actually my thank you card for this month. I made a bunch of them yesterday, and so today I did a quick video just to show you how easy it is and how fast it is to make a quick, easy, fun card. So I'm hoping my new way of doing YouTube videos shows up. We'll see how it works. If you have issues, let me know. Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you a cute card. Let me grab a sample. This is the card that I'm doing for my thank you this month, and I don't know if you can see it, but it has a lot of sparkle to it. So I want to show you how I did this. It's actually very simple. I'm going to go ahead and use the stamp set For All Things. This happens to be one of my favorite stamp sets. And then I'm also, in the end, going to bring in Gorgeous Grunge, which is another fun set that kind of gets overlooked in the catalog. But it's got all these great stamps to grunge up your cards. So we'll go ahead and get started. And to begin with, I'm going to bring in some Cherry Cobbler, Hello Honey, and Cajun Craze inks, and this leaf. And I'm going to start with the Hello Honey because it's the lightest color of them. And I'm going to stamp that one kind of in the middle. And then I'm just going to kind of rub off some of that ink. And then come in with Cajun Craze. Ooh, these is really inked. I inked up my ink pads yesterday. Re-inked them, and they're very inky. How's that for a word? And then I'm going to clean this stamp off because I don't want to get that Cajun Craze into my Cherry Cobbler. I know that I inked that one up yesterday too, so that's really inky. And there, you just do the 3 leaves down there, and it's very, they're very dark. I like them. I like them a lot. And then I'm coming in with some soft suede and the little acorns, and we'll stamp a couple of acorns on here. And then what I did, and then I'm give thanks for all things. I like this stamp saying. There's actually several good ones in that set. It's got Grateful for You, Hello Fall, and then Give Thanks for All Things. And I like this card, and I thought it was great. But when I came in with my Encore Gold pad and this stamp with all the splotches on it, it just changed the whole look of the card. And I'm stamping right over the top of all that stamping. And there's where you get your gold shimmer. And it just brings in some beautiful gold shimmer. And then what I did is I brought in some of our gold baker's twine. And this is a baker's twine. It's kind of a vanilla look to it with a gold filament that's wrapped around it. And I just went ahead and made a quick and easy bow by just doing the 2 loops and then kind of pulling it the way I wanted it to be, and snip that off. And what that does is, number one, it keeps it so it's not too bulky. And I just added that onto the front of my card, and then added it onto a layer of cardstock. That is, oh shoot, that was totally me. I totally messed that up. So much for trying something new tonight, huh? Good gosh. I'm going to pull it back and get it back to where we were. And it just brings in some beautiful gold shimmer. And then what I did is I brought in some of our gold baker's twine. And this is a baker's twine. It's kind of a vanilla look to it with a gold filament that's wrapped around it. And I just went ahead and made a quick and easy bow by just doing the 2 loops and then kind of pulling it the way I wanted it to be, and snip that off. And what that does is, number one, it keeps it so it's not too bulky. And I just added that onto the front of my card, and then added it onto a layer of cardstock. That is, this was Cajun Craze. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and just added the whole thing onto there. So a very fast, quick, easy Thanksgiving card. You could do tons of these. In fact, I did. So anyway, there you have it. There's my first technique for tonight. get one of those gold Encore pads, and you can just add a lot of sparkle to a card in a quick, easy way. Thanks. Well, I'm sorry about that little flub up there in the middle of that. I'm working with something new today in the hopes that my YouTube videos will show up better. I've had some people say that they're jumpy and they're blotchy, and my hope is that when I do it this way, they actually show up on your computer better. Now, it all depends on how we're streaming, how our connection is. It looks like I have a pretty good connection tonight. And if you have a good connection and I have a good connection, then it's going to be, everybody's going to be happy. So anyway, if you have questions, please feel free to ask away. I will quit putzing around here with all the little gadgets that I've got going on. The other thing I wanted to let people know that if you don't know how to comment, or if you're on your phone and it's not working, you can actually hashtag DDStamps, hashtag DDStamps. And supposedly with the way I've got things set up, I'm supposed to be able to get that hashtag, which would be awesome if I could actually see a comment or two from somebody from a hashtag. But I am definitely on Facebook. I'm watching those comment sections. And if you have questions, let me know. Okay, so I haven't seen a question come up. I'm going to wait just a few minutes here. I don't know how much lag time there is. I think there is about a 20-second lag time, so you might be back there still watching part of the video. So the next thing that I have to demonstrate, let's see. I have the card here. So I have a technique called thumping. Thumping is a fun technique. It's pretty easy. It's fun to do. And I actually used that same stamp that I used last month in our workshop. And it is from Seasonally Scattered. So let me pull up the thumping video. Let me know if you have questions. Oh. And this is the thumping technique. Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how to do a technique called thumping. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Seasonally Scattered stamp set. I'm going to actually use the Thanks in this. And I used this one last month, if you remember, with the felt technique, making your own ink pad. But this time I'm going to use it with thumping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a crumb cake ink pad. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that up, and then roll my stamp over to on its back. And then I'm going to come in with some markers. And these are actually some of the in colors from this year. I've got Mossy Meadow, Blackberry Bliss, Tangelo Twist, and Hello Honey. And you're just going to take that marker and using the brush end. And really, it just kind of keep it loose in your hand, and you just thump it. And you do that with each color. And there is no rhyme or reason. You just thump it around on that block. You'll notice that I am taking my ink pad or my marker and kind of coloring a little bit when I'm done. And I do that with my lighter colors so that create crumb cake doesn't get muddy up that marker. But with the darker colors, it's not going to show. And you never know what you're going to get. So I do the thumping, and then I'm going to on it like I'm steaming up a mirror, and then stamp it down. And when you pop it up, oh, it's beautiful. You get all the leaves that just have the different colors in them. So it's just a fun technique. I'm going to make this into a card, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I came up with a plan. I ran through sheets of cardstock with my big Autumn Accents die. And then I cut a piece of cardstock. This is the Blackberry Bliss, 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4 to make it a regular card size. And then I cut down a piece of Mossy Meadow to 3 3/4 by 5, 3 3/4 by 5. And then this one is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I will put up some measurements. So what I'm going to do is, using my snail, I'll go ahead and attach this piece onto the cardstock here. And then I love this technique. I'm taking some of our burlap ribbon and it's sewn along the edges, but I am going to cut off the one of the edges that's sewn. And then I'm going to use just some of the strands of this. This is kind of fun because it's a little stronger than our linen thread, and it has a little kink to it, which I kind of like, that little textured kink. So I'm going to take a couple of strands of this, pull that off, and I'm going to use these. Now I got burlap everywhere. I'm going to use these on my card. So I'm going to come around. Oh, don't put adhesive down. And then attach it to your mat. So I'm going to come around this way, separate those out a little bit, just to put them where I want them. And I'm actually adhering them in the back with some of that snail that I placed back there. It makes it look like I wrapped it all the way around, and I could have, except I didn't have a long enough piece of burlap. So I'm just going to go ahead, and you can see where I attached that onto the back there. And then I come back over my anything I put on the back of my card, whether it's ribbon or this burlap, and add just a little bit over the top of it, kind of make it into a little sandwich with adhesive so that that will stay in place. And then I'm going to attach this to the front of my card, and I can move those and push them and make them the way that I want them. And then I'm going to take another strand of this, or two, maybe I'll do two. Pull that off. And then tie that in a bow. And you get, it's just a heavier, it's heavier than linen thread. You get the texture of the burlap. Oh, that's awesome. And then I'm going to attach that onto there with mini glue dot. You guys can see my room. It's just a disaster. I have about 12 projects going on all over the room. So I'm just going to add that onto my ribbon. So it looks like I came around and tied it, and then trim these off. And that is actually beautiful in itself. Just got to get the little pieces of ribbons off of it, of burlap. But I think I might attach these right underneath that ribbon. And it just adds that touch of this card to send it over the top. So there's the thumping technique with some little added accents. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so there was the thumping technique. And there's the card. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. This was actually the card that I made. And I love this technique. It's a lot of fun. And if you have that stamp set, Lovely as a Tree, this is a fabulous technique with that stamp set. With any of the trees, it looks fabulous. And I will tell you that probably a lot of you do have Lovely as a Tree because it happens to be Stampin' Up's #1 seller. I don't know if it's #1, but it's always in the top. And it has been in there, I think, for, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years or some ridiculous amount of time. So that is called thumping, and it's a fun technique. I'm going to pull the screen up. Actually, you guys are going to see me here for a second. I wanted to show you this card a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the color in that image. And the other thing I wanted to show you was, look at the color of the card in my shirt. They coordinate. Blackberry Bliss. I got it at Shopko. But I do love this little accent of just the leaves cut off with that Big's die and the Big Shot. And again, with the burlap, see how it has that little kink in it? And it's a little bit thicker. It's just a nice piece of texture and makes it a lot of fun. And what I'm going to tell you is tonight Anybody that places an order tonight through this party, I'm going to give you a hostess code at the end, and you're going to use that code, and then you're going to get a kit. Now you'll get the thank you that I made. This is the thank you card that I made the first time with the gold specs and the gold fleck ribbon. You'll get that card as a thank you from me for supporting me in my business. And then you'll get a card kit to do this. Now I can't do the stamped image because that would be against policy, but I can send you the rest of the supplies to put the card together, and you can just use a stamp that you have. If you don't have this one, use something else. And then I'm going to ask you, when you put your card together and stamp it with whatever, using the thumping technique. If you don't, that's okay too. I would love to see your card. So if you took a picture of it and posted it up on Facebook or posted it up onto somewhere and tag me in it, DDStamps, so that I can so I can see it. And if you do that, place the order, get the card kit, put a picture, tag me in it, I will send you something for free, because that would be really fun. I'm trying something new just to see how it works. I think it'll be a lot of fun and a great way to participate. So there's the first or the second card for tonight. Gosh, that's hard. So I am going to swing through here. Oh, yep, got lots of, never thought of using the burlap that way. You know, a demonstrator showed me how to do that, another demonstrator. And that's one of the things I love about being demonstrators, because we all share together. Couple other things you can do with burlap. You can run it through your Big Shot with your dies and make it into shapes. Now I've seen it done with the big banner or even the little banners, but you can also cut shapes out of burlap, and they kind of hold together pretty good because it's weaved in and out. So that's a great technique. Who else has something on here? Yeah, everybody likes the card. How could you not like the card? It's awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to keep refreshing. Now I got those two done. Let me pull up my little slides here so I can see where I'm supposed to be next. That was the video. Okay, so this was the card that we did last. Oh, you guys aren't seeing it. I suppose I have to change that. Sorry about that. I forget that you're not sitting in my room with me. I'm going to go ahead and do a little screen share here. Okay, so this is the card that we did last month, which was the making your own felt ink pad with re-inkers and stamps. And if you weren't here last month, it's up on YouTube in my YouTube channel, which is DDStamps on YouTube, and you can actually see that technique. You will love it. I love that technique. Was there anybody that was here last month that attempted it? If you did, write that down in the comments. If you attempted to do the felt technique. And again, if you're on my website at DDStamps.com, go ahead and comment down there, and I will come and talk. I will come back after I'm done here tonight and catch up with you. And there'll be freebies too for the people on my website. I'm not going to leave you out. So, okay, so let's move on to the next, whatever's next here. We're getting close to being done. So if anybody has any questions, it would be a good idea to ask them soonly. And I will just keep plugging away here. New products, new stuff that's coming out. Oh, there is some new stuff that's coming out. Okay, so this is, I wanted to point this out because a lot of people are missing this in the holiday mini catalog. This is called the Frightful Wreath Simply Set Kit. And it is so much fun. This is actually the kit, how Stampin' Up! Put it together. You get all the parts and the pieces that come with that kit. This is how Stampin' Up! Did theirs down here in the corner. And the one above it is the one that I did. That was the kit that I took that same pieces that Stampin' Up! Had, and I put together my wreath to be a little bit different. But one of the parts that I really loved about this, was, oh gosh. Somehow I have to figure out a better way to do these slides so they don't keep going away on me. But this seed bead spider, I'd never beaded before. And I was able to follow the directions and make that spider. And he turned out quite cute. And then I did my little medallion a little bit differently too. As you can see, I cut down this is glitter paper, and I cut it down and made the web smaller. So that was a lot of fun. I actually have that wreath here, and should have grabbed it before it. Anyway, so this is my wreath. And as you can see, there's my little spider dangling down inside, and it's really shiny and fun and glittery. And then here is the medallion. And honest to gosh, this took me, it was an afternoon. It wasn't even a whole afternoon. It was just a couple hours, or not even a couple hours. It was a project that I completed in a short amount of time. There you go. How's that for an answer? And I have to tell you, I love projects that I don't have to plan, even though I changed that one up a little bit. I did get a couple comments. Somebody did try the felt technique, only used a baby wipe, and I bet it worked okay. The only issue I've ever had with baby wipes is that it makes the inks bleed together more, which isn't a terrible thing to have happen, but it works. I didn't have baby wipes around. I don't have a baby. Not that that would matter. I have lots. I've had in the past lots of baby wipes around. Okay, so another new product that's coming out or is out is, Paper Pumpkin. I wanted to talk about this a little bit because Stampin' Up! Has changed Paper Pumpkin over the year. And when it first came out, some people just didn't care for it. I personally love Paper Pumpkin. It's one of my favorite things that comes each month. I love going to the post office and getting my mail. Gosh, why do I keep doing that? I need to learn how to lock it in. Anybody know how to lock it in? Okay, so Paper Pumpkin is a lot of fun. And this month's Paper Pumpkin obviously was a Halloween little treat bag. And one of the things I love about it is I don't have to think about what I'm going to do. I just go to the post office, open up my box. There's my great little orange Paper Pumpkin. I take it home and I play with it. And it's a project that I can do in a short amount of time. I can do it with kids. I can do it with sometimes I send them off to my college-age daughter for her to play with. I thought this would have been a great one for her. But it's fabulous, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. And I did do a short video on it, and I wanted to play that tonight just so that you can get an idea of what comes in Paper Pumpkin, because the cutoff for Paper Pumpkin each month is the 10th, which is tomorrow. And I don't know what the kit looks like for this month, but I do know that it has something to do with Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to, if people wanted to get in on that Paper Pumpkin, you can cancel anytime. It's no obligation. I wanted you to be able to do that before tomorrow, because tomorrow is the cutoff for this month. The 10th is always the cutoff. And then you get your kit would show up next week. So this is Paper Pumpkin. Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Paper Pumpkin because mine just came in the mail, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So, of course, when you get your Paper Pumpkin, it comes in this great orange box into your post office, and you open it up, and you have got some fun stuff. Here's a Tangelo Twist ink spot, which is one of our new ink colors. I love that. And this fabulous new Halloween stamp set. It's photopolymer, and look at all the stamps you get. That's a lot. And a lot of fun things there that can be played with over and over and over year after year. And then we get a kit, and this kit is going to make 6 of these burlap bags. And here is some of the stuff that came in my kit. I actually opened it up here a little bit so I could actually see everything. But I'm excited. It's a lot of fun, and I personally love getting it just because it's a great project for me to work on that I have not planned, and it just shows up and I get to play with it. But they come with instructions here, which just open them up and this big picture instructions on exactly how to put it together. And the other thing that Stampin' Up! Has done is if you need to, there's a link here for a video on exactly how to put it all together. But this one's pretty easy to do. So this kit comes with some stickers. There's skulls, birds, bats, and trees. You get 2 sheets of stickers. You always end up with lots of extra stuff. These are die cuts, punch outs. And so we got lots of those. And lots of different kinds. And then, of course, some other punch outs and some colors. And the colors are Tangelo Twist, Basic Black, and Blackberry Bliss, it looks like. So fun new colors. Colored paper clips. Those are awesome. in Tangelo Twist and Blackberry Bliss. Dimensionals, or lifters, as some of my customers call them, and laugh. And then, of course, bling. And I've actually got this one open. I got this at convention, but this is awesome. These are Tangelo Twist sequins, and then some black baker's twine. And then the bags, which they're burlap, and so you get 3 of the polka dots and 3 of the stripes to make a fun project. So I'm just going to quickly put one together here and show you how it works. So we'll start with the stamps, and then we'll pull them off. And these are photopolymer. So if it's your first kit, you're going to get a block in there, not like this, but a block, a clear block, like similar to that one. And then you're just going to take your stamp and attach it on to the block. I personally like to clean my photopolymer stamps before I get started with them, because they do have kind of a sticky residue on them, and I like to pull that off. So I will be right back. Okay, so once I have it cleaned, I'm going to go ahead and pick out a piece of our cardstock, which is just a die cut. And then I'm going to use the Tangelo Twist. I'm going to go ahead and just use my big ink pad. Sometimes I like to save my ink spots for, you know, special people. And I'm just going to add that, stamp that onto my tag, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull off one of the Blackberry Bliss labels, and this is actually going to get attached onto there, like that. And I think I'll use this one. I know, it's so hard to decide when I have choices. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to fill your little burlap bag with treats. Close that down. Add your tag. Oh, add a little black twine to tie it off with. And I have to find the end of this. I love these little pieces of cardboard. I wish we could get a bunch of these. I'm just going to pull a bunch of this off. And this twine is actually going to get wrapped right around the bag and then tied into a bow up here. We'll pretend like my bag is something in it. Oh. Good gosh. Like that. And then I've got my little labels here. And I also have, I think I'll put them on like that. I also have these sequins, which I just love these. I think they're awesome. I'm just going to cut some off. And how I cut them is I just cut right through the, right between 2 of them. And I'm just going to add this onto there, because everybody needs a little Halloween bling. And then the clip to hold it on. Take the, there we go. Isn't that cute? And then you also can add, you can come in with some of your stickers and add, gosh, just about anything. And maybe I'll just add a little crow onto mine. A little crow, but you know, the other thing is that you get stamps that match that too. So those are the, you can either stamp it or put a sticker on it. And then last but not least, I'm going to come in with just a couple, I don't know what we got oh, I think the dimensionals were to put on there, but oh well. I'm just going to go ahead and take some of my sequins, and just for the fun of it, and a little adhesive, add a couple onto my tag. There you have it, Paper Pumpkin for this month. And if you haven't already done so, you may want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin and get these great kits in your post office mailbox. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, so that was just a little peek at what comes in Paper Pumpkin. And while that was playing, I had somebody, Julie asked, how do you clean your photopolymer stamps? And I will tell you, the photopolymer stamps just need to be cleaned with, I use stamp cleaner on them and a Stampin' scrub from Stampin' Up. But you can also just toss them into, and I've done this, into a sink with some little Dawn detergent and water and warm water. And actually I did it the other day because I was having some issues with my photopolymers. They weren't stamping evenly and they weren't very sticky. And I think what happens is you get all kinds of oils from your hands and on the stamps and stuff, and so they don't stick very well. And when I took them out of that Dawn soapy water, I was so impressed with how clean they were. They're not out, they're going to get stained because that's just photopolymer. It does get stained, especially if you're using like red, anything with a pink tinge to it. But I took them out of that Dawn soapy water, and oh my gosh, they aren't sticky anymore. But they're sticky enough that they stick to the glass blocks. I love it. So that's a great way. And I think I have another video I'm going to show tonight. And I think I might even go through some of that in that video. One of the things I want to tell people, if this is your first time here, I know that I do videos and I don't actually demonstrate live, and there's a reason for that, and that is because of internet access. Internet access is not an easy thing to get and have it be enough that I could do it live. I've tried to set up a few things, and it's really tough camera-wise. I can do it this way where I'm talking to you live, but if I brought in a camera that was looking at my hands to do a live demonstration, chances are it's gonna lag and it's gonna be jumpy and choppy. And so I'm hoping that with these YouTube videos, it's a great way to do it without having that choppy look. And I hope the videos look okay. I think from what I'm seeing tonight on my end, I think the videos are actually coming through better than they have. So this is Paper Pumpkin. This is one of those little kits. See how cute that is, and those blingy little sequins. And I actually took some sequins off and stuck them on my tag too. And I will tell you that this will be part of the kit that you'll get tonight if you order, is a Paper Pumpkin kit and then the card. Okay, so I have a couple other things I wanted to talk about and show you. And I wanted to know if there was any other questions. I kind of been keeping track and hoping that I catch everybody. I know that we have a gal from New Zealand who's over on Google+. Although I didn't get the message, I snuck over there to see what was going on. And she had mentioned that she's coming to us from New Zealand, which is awesome. I love that. It's people from all over. Okay, so let's pull up, do another little screen share here. I want to show you this month's free tutorial to share here. This is the free tutorial that I've got going on this month, and it's free with a $40 purchase. It obviously uses the wreath, the Wondrous Wreath photopolymer bundle. It's a great tutorial. It's got lots of different little techniques in it, I found, and some different sorry, I'm losing my words here. And some different folds for your cards. So that's a fun technique to have, or tutorial to have, and it is free with a $40 purchase. And can't beat that. It's a good deal. And let's see. So let me come. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you. Just to show you real quickly on this tutorial, I'll start with this little card. So here's the card with the window, and see how they cut up the wreath to make the window basket? I love that. And then this does open different as it opens up. So it's a middle fold card. And then the tutorial shows you how to do the window and how to do the curtain and how to do this. And it's very, very simple, but what a fun technique. And you could make a window for any season. So there's that one. This one is a fun one. This is a great card for fall, but you could make it any color also. And it's a door. Can you see the handle with a little handle on there? And you open it up and it's a door. Love that one. And then the last card that I have from that is this one here. And I don't know if you can see, I mean, yeah, you can see it. It is double embossed. So it's embossed in gold and then embossed in silver and then also glitter on some of them. And then that glitter paper, I use a lot of that lately. And then this one opens. So it opens up like a card, but it also opens so that somebody can put it up on their mantle or their desk. And it sits, it's like a picture. It says Noel. Isn't that cute? So these are the cards from this month's tutorial. And there's also some other samples in there. I just didn't get them all done. Oh, Molly, I'm glad that you think the videos work well. I think they're better than they've been. And so I think, yay, I'm always looking for ways to improve this. And I think I might have found a way to improve it. That's actually going to work if I can just not show my slides so quickly. So let's see. I have a video to show, and it is a video with that wondrous wreath because I'm not sure that everybody got to see this in the past. And it's a great little tutorial. It's got some great tips in it. One of the things I did want to mention was when I ink my stamp, on this video, I stamped it with the light first and then the dark. And now I've learned that if I stamp the dark color first and then the light over the top, it's easier to line up. I'm actually going to redo a video for it, but I didn't have time today because I was too busy getting everything else done. So this is using the wondrous wreath. And again, I've moved my slides a little bit more. There we go. So this is the video. Hi Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I did the wreath for this card here using wondrous wreath and the matching framelits that go with it. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. And one of the things I just wanted to mention is the wondrous wreath stamp set is a photopolymer set, so it's clear. And one of the things that I do with my photopolymer sets is they come on window sheets in between them in these cases, and I just glue the window sheet right behind the case here, and then I just add my photopolymers into this case and they stick to that, and then I know where they are and they're easy to get to, and it's kind of hard to pull them out between those two pieces of cellophane. So that's just what I do to make it a little bit easier to work with. And I also like to use my paper piercing mat, which just gives it just a little bit more cushion when using the stamps. And so one of the things that you're going to do when you're going to find with these photopolymers, especially this new one, Stampin' Up! Has added this little tab to the top. And basically all that is just a little marker for you so that if you're using the stamp set and no matter where you stamp it, however you stamp it, wherever that little notch is, when you're doing the second layer, it's easy to line up. So if I'm going this way with it, then I'm going to line the second layer up the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with some Pear Pizzazz ink. And I like to take when using my photopolymers, I like to take and lay the stamp upside down and add the ink to the top with just a light tap, so I don't have ink everywhere. Now I'm going to have that notch at the top, and then you can see it as it goes across. As it goes across the paper, you can actually see it through the stamp. But that cushion just gives it just a little bit more, like that. I'm just going to pull these off for now. I'll clean them later. And then I'm going to come in and add my next one. And you can see this has the notch on it too. So I know that the notch has to go up. This time I'm going to come in with a different color ink though. This time I'm going to go ahead and use a little Old Olive. I'll just ink those up. Come back in here, and of course when I go to put that so that it's facing, that notch is facing the same way, you'll be able to see exactly where those leaves line up. And go ahead and stamp down. And then when you pull up, you get the two-tone effect. I love that. It's really fun. It looks great. And then I'm going to come in with the last one is just some berries. And I'm going to add this onto my stamp. And again, this one has a notch on it too, so you know how to put the berries on to make it line up. And this time I'm going to come in with a little cherry cobbler and stamp down. And that's how you get the three-tone look of that wreath. With the 3 different stamp sets. It makes it really fast. And of course, this would make a beautiful card just left right here onto this piece of cardstock and stamped, but you can see where I did get a little bit of ink here and there. That's, I think, was from my finger. But one of the things that Stampin' Up! Did with these new framelits, which is fabulous, is I'm going to come in here with my magnetic plate and then one of my boards, and you can see my cutting pads are pretty nasty looking, but Stampin' Up! Has put that notch into the framelits too, so that it's very easy to line those up. Knowing that notch, that I stamped them all with that notch facing that way. So you put that one in, and then you can do the same thing with this, with that notch there. Just makes it super easy to line up those framelits and then put the other pad on and run them through the Big Shot. And then when you come on the other side, whoops, you're just going to go ahead and pull out that framelit, pull off the framelits, and you've got a beautifully stamped and cut out wreath. Very fast and very easy. It goes pretty quickly. Now there's one more little tip I wanted to show you with these particular framelits. So let me go grab a piece of cardstock. Okay, so I went and I grabbed just a piece of cherry caliber cardstock, and I'm going to lay that down, and then I'm going to take a piece of wax paper and lay that down, and I actually get just the cheap wax paper. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. And then I'm going to go ahead, especially for these words, the Noel and the Joy, if they have the wax paper in there, it comes out a lot easier. So I'm going to layer those two and then bring back the Big Shot. Run it through the machine. And then when I take this off, I'm just going to pop the framelit off and pop out some of these, but you see it's kind of stuck in there. So what you need to have is a little paper piercing tool. And once you have that paper piercing tool, you can just go ahead and just poke right into the holes on the back of this, and that will pop the word right out of there. And that comes out. And you have a cut wax paper that you can do something with if you choose to. But that's how easy it is to do the words that are in there. I missed a little, there we go. So then you have Joy, cut and ready to go. So what I did on this card is the Noel with the wreath, but I did one for each season. And so we have your Christmas season, spring, fall, and summer. So just different looks using different colors, and I have seen people do some beautiful, darn it, leave it to me again. Anyway, I've seen people do some beautiful work with that stamp set. And as you can see by this tutorial, there is so much that can be done with it. And the cards that I showed earlier. And there's lots of, I mean, oh, it's unbelievable. So anyway, I actually do have a few things up here behind me on a screen. I don't know if you guys can see them back there. Back here, back there in the corner is some more cards that I've done. Just to show you a few other things to do with it. So lots of fun stuff. I will probably be posting pictures of that as we get closer to November. No, I won't. I love this stamp set, and I love that it's a bundle, and I love that it can be purchased as a bundle. So I did want you to know that these are some of the cards that I've made. This wondrous, here I go again. Forgot to change out my thing. Hope I'm not doing anything too goofy. My sister says I have a funny look on my face when I'm on screen. So anyway, this is the bundle where you can save 15% if you purchase the Wondrous Wreath framelits and stamp sets for $43.25, which then gets you the free tutorial for this month, plus the card kit. What a deal. And also, I'm going to pop in anybody that places an order. We're going to put them all in a hat and divvy up the hostess benefits. And so, if you're interested, that's one way to get in there and get some free hostess benefits. Another thing that you can do if you're interested in hostess benefits is if you are interested in being a host of an online workshop, we could do it similar to this, only it would be you and your friends. And you could either have your friends to your house and I could come on live and talk to them, or you can have your friends all over the country and at your house. So if you're interested in that, let me know. There is going to be a door prize drawing, and so that's one of the things that's on the slip of paper is for some online hostessing. Lindsay, you said you lost it. Does that mean you lost it or you love it? I'm sorry, did we lose the Did we lose the Hangout? No, it looks like more other people are still on. Okay, so there's the door prize drawing, which is going to take place now. And you will see if you're on Facebook, there's a green button that says door prize drawing. You can click on that and it will take you to the door prize drawing and you fill all that stuff out. If you're on YouTube, there is a door prize drawing slip in the YouTube comment section that you can go ahead and fill out. I'm going to draw for the door prize tonight. And then if anybody else adds on after tonight, then we'll draw another one on Monday. So if you guys want to go ahead and click and fill out your door prize drawing at some point now, that would be good. And then I can keep tabs of that too, so that we can get that drawing done. And a couple other things I wanted to show you while you guys are doing that. Did anybody, I hope somebody did. Let me pull up the screen here again. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Has a new, I keep losing, oh, here it is. Stampin' Up! Has a new little brochure coming out, and those of you who are customers of mine would have gotten it in the mail this week. And I can't even open it up and show you what's inside there, but I can show you the lovely cover of it. It is just a little mini tiny brochure with some fun stuff in it, but lucky me got to get one of the kits that's in it when I was in Washington, D.C. Stampin' Up! Every night puts gifts in your room, and one of them was a kit out of here, and I have to show it to you because it's so incredibly awesome. So if you haven't gotten one of these little brochures this week and you want one, message me or email me, DDStamps, or it's Diane@DDStamps.com is my email, or you can Facebook message me, or you can send a message to my website, DDStamps, and I will make sure that you get one of these in the mail. It's not even available to order until October 20th, but I have to show you that star. So we got to get this kit, and I saw the star to begin with, and I'm like, well, that's a cute kit, but holy mackerel, look at the size of this baby. Seriously, it's bigger than my head. This is awesome. This is, it's not a box. It's like a, you know, it's got sides, but it doesn't open up like a box, but it's a decoration. Look at it with the glitter and the gold and the little wooden, everything comes in the kit. I didn't add anything to this. Everything is there. Everything's die cut, ready to go, put together. So there's this size star, which is huge. I might decorate my whole house this year in stars. And then there's a whole bunch that I don't know, you get, it's crazy. This size, which is, okay, almost as big as my head. I love this one. And then you get, I think you get 4 or 5 of each size, and then this size. So I'll put them all here so you can see, compare them. Cute, aren't they cute? Lots of different kinds. And then there's some boxes in all these different shapes that are gold. I haven't even done those yet. They're all, it's a glimmer. It's a total glimmer star. And then this little teeny tiny one, which I just think is adorable, but you can see how little it is. So you get, I don't know, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 4 or 5 of each size, except the big, huge one, which is just, you just get the one. But everything comes in the kit, the sequins, the wooden snowflakes, the die cut words, the glimmer paper, everything. And it's good. It's so fun. I had so much fun one day just sitting down, putting stuff together. And I'm looking forward to putting my Christmas decorations out. So I'm hoping that people got their door prize slips out and done. And I'm going to see if I can look and see. Oh yeah, we did. Way to go, ladies. I'm going to update it. And, whoops. Let's see. I'm just counting here to see. So let's pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 100. That will determine our winner. It's the first person that gets the number up there. Whoever hears me and puts the number up there, the very first number that comes up, if that person has, if there's a person on that line in my, on my spreadsheet that's been accumulating while we've been sitting here, that person gets the door prize. So the very first number that gets posted, I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask them. Please ask them. And while we're waiting for that to refresh, that's kind of the hard part, is I got to wait for Facebook to refresh. I will post up the information about, there we go. I'm going to post up the information about the hostess code. Gotta keep coming back to that slide. There we go. So if you place your order by Sunday night, October 12th, that's this Sunday, use this hostess code, QRWCUVSJ. You'll be entered into the drawing for, anybody else's internet go out? Mine did. We'll be entered into a drawing for not only the Good Greetings stamp set, but also everybody will share in a portion of the hostess benefits. So that's kind of exciting. Sorry, I can't seem to get back to find out what the first number was. I don't know what, oh, there it is. My iPad just went into airplane mode for some reason. So I was unable to refresh during a lot of that. So I'm hoping I didn't miss a bunch of questions, but if I did, I will go back and answer them. I won't stop. I will answer your questions and get through it all. Let me pull up my page here. Thanks for hanging in with me, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there. Okay, here we come. And I'm just going to go by whoever was the first number. Oh gosh, there's a whole bunch. I'm just going to go by the first person, the first number that I read on Facebook, which happens to be, it looks like it's Lindsay. Oh, good. You did get back on. I'm glad to see that, Lindsay. So Lindsay's number was 33. So now I go to the spreadsheet and I find out whose name is on line number 33. And they are the winner. Oh my gosh. Of the door prize, which is Debbie Janelle, Janelle, Janelle. Are you here, Debbie? I hope you are. I hope you're still on with us. If you are, comment down below, comment somewhere, and you will get the door prize. And the door prize tonight is you get a sample of each of my completed projects. So you'll get the paper pumpkin treat bag, you'll get the thanks card with the thumping, and you'll get my thank you card that I made. So congratulations, that's awesome. Does anybody else have any more questions? I'm going to sneak through my list here, see how we're doing. Looks like we're doing good. If you are interested in shopping, there is a code down below to click here to shop. Don't forget to put in your hostess code so you can be a part of the drawing for the free stamp set and be a part of the hostess benefits. And if nobody has any more questions, I think we're good to go. So I hope you learned something tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I did. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Julie. I love it too. So the numbers, Dorinda, were for the door prize drawing. And I actually had whoever picked a number, and then I went into my spreadsheet, and whoever name was on there, they were the winner of the door prize. And the door prize was a sample of this card, a sample of this card, and the Halloween treat bag. Those will all be mailed to you as soon as I hear from you. And if there's no more questions, don't ever hesitate to contact me. If anybody ever has any questions, or you're having some struggles, or you don't know what you're doing, or you need some help with something, feel free to contact me. I love doing these workshops online. It's a great way for me to stay in touch with everybody. And you're welcome, Stephanie. Oh, Debbie, you are on. Good. So Debbie, you won. Send me your information so I can get that mailed out to you. If there's nothing else, I guess we're good to go. I'm hoping to do a couple more as Christmas gets closer. I've got a whole head full of Christmas decorations and gift ideas and lots of stuff I'd love to share. So keep an eye out on my Facebook or my YouTube channel, my website. And if you're not signed up for my newsletter, you should be, because I'm sending out my holiday helper right now, where you're getting lots of free, fun holiday stuff. So thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I will be sticking around a little bit longer on the various YouTube, Facebook, and website so that I can answer questions if anybody has any. And don't forget to use the hostess code. And if there's anything else, let me know. There you go. There's the hostess code. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.